Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Sunday Speaks. I, as always, am Cheyenne, and today we're here with
Jennifer Monahan, how are you?
doing well. How are you today, Jennifer?
Very good, thank you.
So today's episode of Sunday Speaks is going to be a little bit different, a little bit special because we're going to be engaging in a guided meditation later. Jennifer, so I want to talk a bit about first before we get into the guided meditation, just why this aspect of the recovery process, no matter what kind of recovery you're in, can be important. So how long have you been doing meditation for?
I did yoga, growing up and also like in my 20s and 30s. I actually stopped doing yoga when I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to hurt the baby, but of course, years later, you find out that it's probably the best thing to do when you're pregnant. So anyone that's pregnant and that's doing yoga, please stay with it. It's probably one of the best practices that you can do, while you are in, that maternity phase. But I really, I had so much anxiety growing up, a lot of trauma growing up. So what I've noticed is I didn't know how to breathe. I didn't know how to pause. I had no idea how to do those things. I was constantly on the go. My mind would be racing. And when meditation was kind of explained to me a little bit on a deeper level of how it could actually like help me, it became a major part of my practice in recovery. But as well, I'm a high school teacher, so it's meditation is also a practice that I use in my classroom. Not all the time, but when I feel as though it's needed. If you milk it too much, the kids don't want it.
Uh-huh. Have you found that your students like it?
They love it.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And more of don't want to gender anyone,
Mm-hmm.
but more of like the females in my class, love it,
Mm-hmm.
they're into it, but you're like macho, macho-ness of some, they're like, I'm not going to do this. And I find out that they benefit the most, of course, from it. Um, and they do enjoy it. And sometimes even just like even journaling is a fabulous part of meditation. So I do kind of trick them into meditating. I'll put on some calming music, tell them that they have 5 minutes to write a journal, but it's really like meditating music and they're just breathing.
Do you journal in your own life?
I do. I love it. It became a part of me, when my son was born. I, I was afraid that like I wouldn't, not be here when he was like a teenager or something. I just, that fear of not being there forever for your child was definite. So I decided to like, start writing stories for him and like my story for him and had a bunch of journals, set for him. And, I, that's for another story of where those are right now because they're missing.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of it, like for myself and my journey, journaling is so vitally important. It helps me just make sense of what I'm feeling because feelings aren't facts. I'm learning that through this recovery process too, that it's great to feel, but it's also so important for us to like go through that feeling, but just understand that it's just a feeling. It'll pass. And in the writing of it, I can actually go back and I can really look at where my head was at that space. And I don't have to like analyze every single thought that's happening at that time. When I would, if I was just stuck in my mind, but with that pen in my hand, it's so important.
Mm-hmm. Going back to yoga and meditation and journaling as well. Why do you think these aspects of mental health and wellness can help people? Why do you think they can be such a positive force?
I think there's such a stigma on being calm. And like for with mental illness, there's, we had such a stigma for such a long period of time on getting help and seeking it. And maybe the fact of like, you might think that like some people might think that you're weak if you're like looking for some assistance. And understanding where your mind is going. But I feel that the practice of meditation is just it's important to. The only way we're going to break a stigma is
Mm-hmm.
if we really dive into it and explore what's the fear of it. Why are we so afraid to really find out like what that little I have a core wound in mine is abandonment. So
Mm-hmm.
like I would have to say, like, why am I afraid to touch on that wound of abandonment? Because once I can go in there with meditation, once I can go in there with journaling, with talking about it, I can explore it. And I don't have to have that core wound anymore. And I can break free from it. I always think that we have this light inside of us, like we're this diamond in a rough. And the more that we can actually tap in through meditation, through journaling, through talking, oh, that light will just shine, and it's bountiful. It can reach so many people. So first, it has to reach you. So in order to heal, we need to feel.
Mm-hmm. How do these aspects help you tap in, do you think?
Hmm. I was so afraid to feel. I think I tried to mask it for so long because the pain was deep,
Mm-hmm.
and it was deep for a really really very long period of time. But it actually helps me to be a little more empathic, um, pretty compassionate. I definitely am a compassionate person. My empathy is up there. But I'm more genuine now. That's where it allows me to be. I'm this meditation, journaling, recovery. It's taught me how to be a really great listener when before I would just spew and tell you my problems and whatever it was. And was I really listening to yours? I don't know, but now I am.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you say to anyone that's like nervous about trying these things out for the first time or just getting back into it?
Focus on your breathing. That would be the first thing. Is it's really just about that. And when the thoughts are coming to us, because it's like we don't know how to settle ourselves at first. There's so much happening. Just let it happen. Just let that. So when you're first trying meditation, it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to have this Zen moment, right away. But when it's just like any other practice, you're a baseball player, football player, you're a pianist, a violinist, anything that you're going to be doing, you need to practice on. But you can practice anywhere on your breathing. So that's like the best part is, I do like to make sure that I tell, when I'm doing the meditation, I do count breaths. So breaths in and breaths out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can have, a guide for yourself within that, it's just easier to follow. And if all you can do is breathe through it, that's it. That's really what it's about. It's just getting that breath to the brain. It's getting that oxygen into your lungs and into all of your organs, especially your heart, giving your heart like all of that space. That's really what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Giving yourself gifts.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Mhm.
So if you would like to, would you like to start the guided meditation?
That would be wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna mute up and I'll let you do your thing and I will follow
Okay.
along with you.
Okay. You tell me when I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready whenever you want to start.
Oh, I'm ready. Sorry, I've been having a lot of energy. So wherever you are at this moment, I'd like you to find a place where you can sit, and you can have your feet planted onto the ground. I like to take my fingers and make them into circles and place them on my lap. And as we just begin, we're just going to take a couple of like a nice deep breath in and then out. I'd like you to set an intention for what this practice of today would be for. Are you looking for peace in your life? Are you looking for a little bit of a pause in your life? Um, and if that's the intention, then that's what it is. So whatever that intention is, please make sure that like when you're breathing in, you're thinking of, let's say it's peace. I'm breathing in peace. I'm breathing out fear. right? So whatever the opposite is of what the intention is, breathe that out. So let's try with a couple of breaths. We're going to count our breaths. So we're going to do 5 on the intake through our nose, and then 10 on the out through our mouth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And now out through your mouth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through your nose. We'll do this 3 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All that air should be out. So if you haven't done so yet, just let your breathing just go in and out. You don't have to count any longer. Just allow it to be natural. And close your eyes. And I'd like you to picture a balloon in front of you. It's not blown up. And there's a piece of paper next to you with a pen. And on that piece of paper, I'd like you to write a problem that you are dealing with at this moment right now. So write that problem on that piece of paper. Place it inside that balloon. And with your breath, we're going to blow that balloon. And you have magic breath. It's helium, right? So you blow into that balloon. And that problem is in there. And on this balloon, there is a string. It's super long string. And you can actually just let that balloon that ribbon just start sliding through your finger. You can let that balloon go, but you may not anchor it. Has to leave you, right? That problem has to go. So let the whole ribbon go. You can watch it up in the sky, just melting itself away. And the problem is gone. If you really want to get it, you can probably get it later, but let it go. So this meditation, I'd like to bring you to the beach. And as you are sitting in meditation, I'd like you to picture yourself feeling the sand underneath your feet, walking toward the ocean. Maybe you have a wagon. But no matter what, you are walking to the beach and you see that there's a chair, there's a cave, or there's just the water. Your choice. So I want you to walk into whatever place you would like to. If you want to wade into the ocean, you're more than welcome to do that. Lay on your back and allow just the water to take you. Make sure we're breathing in and out as we are in this meditation. If you choose the cave, I'd like you to know that you are so protected in there. It's just you in that cave. That echo that's happening in there. You can feel yourself breathing and hear it in the echo. And if you choose the chair, just rest assured that right now this is where you are needed to be. You don't need to be anywhere else but here. And so while you're sitting in the cave, laying in the water, sitting on the chair, I'd like you to think of probably your first memory ever of when you were happy. Maybe it was when you were younger, could be a birthday party, could be being with your family, and that peace, that like beautiful peace that you feel within your heart, That should be the center of where and what you're breathing into at this time. Let go of any other feelings that are around. Only peace is what we're bringing in. And I'd like you to see yourself at whatever age that is. And while you're there, you can have this little quiet conversation and just tell them where you are in your life. Things are great. Things are going to get better. You're seeking help. You're using meditation. You're learning how to breathe. You're learning how to pause. I'm going to sit with this feeling for a minute. Just really breathe into that peaceful moment. Touch upon that younger self that's within you. Within this peace that you feel with you and your younger self, just know that whatever has happened and transpired from the time of that age to the time that you are now, that is all in the past. It cannot hurt you. Cannot find you. And that intention that you set at the beginning of this meditation, may you feel that for the rest of the day, how you start your week. And just know that you can tap into this feeling at any time during the day, evening, when you're upset, and all you have to do is count your breaths. 5 breaths in through your nose, 10 out from your mouth. Take that breath back in again. We're going to regain our placement in the room. 5 on the intake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 10 on the out from your mouth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you enjoyed your meditation.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Thanks for asking me to be part of this.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything that you'd like to say before we end off today?
I'm alumni in recovery is a very, very important part of my life at this time. It's vital that even if you're just in the beginning parts of where you are in your recovery, it's just one day at a time. Mm-hmm. That's it. And not every single day is going to be perfect. And there's many lessons that I've learned in here. But the one lesson that I absolutely love is that we need to feel that pain. We cannot shrink from it. It's so important for us to feel that pain and to just know that whatever pain that was, it might be in our past, just take your time to go through it. If you need some help, please find some help to talk through it and go through it. But we cannot get past that pain unless we used it. And there's such a beautiful life right through there. So they do say that pain is the touchstone of spiritual progress. It is so vitally true. And we don't do this alone, right? We do this with a higher power. We cannot do it alone. And another piece that's super important to me is my fellowship. I need them to be who I am at this time. And I'm so grateful. So shout out to those people. And thank you so much again for letting me be part of this.
Of course. Have a good rest of your day, Jennifer.
You too. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.